Okay, normally I don't do the cars that need restoration, but I thought, what the heck? I see all this barn find stuff and garage find, and lately there was one with a, what was it, a estate find? No, it was a castle find. That's what it was. So, all right, I'll show you the AMX. Now, this AMX was parked under eucalyptus trees where it sat for many years. The guy that I got it from, I've known him or knew him. There's more to that story I'll tell in a minute. Um, for many years, I think I first met him in probably 1970 or something like that. So he was a Studebaker Packard type of guy with and Rambler and really he's one of the car guys around. And he had this one that he's was or had drag raced a little bit. When I first saw it, it had some drag slicks on the back on some old steel chrome-plated wheels. These wheels were in the barn with rotten tires on them. So basically, what happened? There was a tragic accident where he died. He and I had been talking about this car for a while, and I wanted to buy it. He actually advertised it one time and didn't get any responses. So I said, I'll, I'll pay. Let's talk about what you've got it advertised for at that time, and let's work from there. I'll, grind him down a little bit and see what happens. Well, it didn't happen, and I had to finally end up many, many months later, maybe even a year later, buy it from the estate for a little more than what he and I had agreed to. So, again, it sat outside for several years, and this is the state that it was in when I got it. Of course, all the eucalyptus trees, the rats, the everything living in it, we got them out of it, and just basically pulled all the heavy rot and rust and garbage off the car, and did some brake work and checked a few things out and have it running. Still got a lot more work to do, but I thought, okay, at this point, at least I can move the car around and I'll give you a video. This is why I try to tell people, if you're not going to do anything with your car, then give it to somebody or sell it to somebody that's going to do something with it. The car is just slowly deteriorating, rotting away, and turning into a huge, major, crazy project that costs more money than the cars are worth. This car, I knew the history. I knew that it was mechanically pretty good when it got parked. And um, despite all the exposure, it's still a pretty solid piece to work with. It's the 290 car, the small V8 and 4-speed with positive traction, and everything is there. Um, you know what can happen is old bodywork just starts to come apart. Sitting in the dirt, there can be rust underneath it. Fortunately, it was on some blocks that raised it up high enough that there got some air circulation underneath it. It was still a major nasty struggle to get it out of there, and the brakes had locked up as well. So you park the car someplace, you're meaning well, and there it sits. Locked up brakes, rust, critters living inside it. It's just horrible what can happen. And of course, he had lost the keys, and somebody in the estate decided that they were going to try to have keys made. So they removed the door locks and ignition locks. And to do that, you have to take the door panels apart, pull the window channel out, drop the glass out of the way to get to the handle to pull it off. And there the car sat open for a number of months. And that's when I really got angry with the estate and the attorney and got them to move on doing something right away so the car would not go through another winter with no windows in the doors. So people, with your car sitting out there that you think you're going to do something with, do something with it or give it to somebody else that will. Oh, what a shame. Let's see if I can open the hood here with one hand. You can see that somebody had added on AC unit there. And engine has a few little modifications and headers. Fortunately, after a little pulling the plugs and put a little oil in the cylinders and rolling things around and let it sit a while, we got the thing running again. Did some brake work, just like I say, just so I can move it around here. I don't have to push it anymore, and it'll be in line now for a restoration. It's still a really good car to do. They're pretty cool cars. The floors are good still. A little tweak on the bumper, we'll send that out. Get this body down to bare metal, see what we got going on underneath it. But you can see right off, it still has pretty good fit on all the fenders and doors. All the gaps look pretty good. I don't know what's going on here, but we'll find out about that. There's still a lot of work to be done. Inside the trunk is actually pretty dry, and of course I'll be looking for lenses and some other bits and pieces. But there you have it. Yeah, it would still be cheaper to just go find the best one you can find and not do this one at all. But it's quite a shame to just see this car like it is. So there you are, AMX project barn find or field find under the eucalyptus trees. I'm moving cars around, can you tell? I got to get some cars moved into the right places so we can get to work this week playing with cars. Hope you liked it.